Trapped between dreams. The haunting of a college student. Imagine a world where the lines between dreams and reality blur, leaving you to question what's real and what's a figment of the imagination. This is Emma's story, a vibrant college student whose life takes a terrifying turn when she becomes haunted by a faceless figure during episodes of sleep paralysis. What begins as a strange anomaly soon unfolds into a gripping psychological ordeal, challenging her perception of reality and her hold on sanity. Emma was once a typical college student, full of life and aspirations. Balancing her academic pursuits with a lively social calendar, she seemed to have everything under control. Until, that is, the night she experienced her first sleep paralysis episode. Sleep paralysis, a distressing condition that leaves the sufferer unable to move upon waking or falling asleep, became Emma's unwelcome reality. Her first experience was unsettling, to say the least. Rendered immobile, she felt an unexplainable presence in her room. It was then she saw it, a faceless figure standing silently by her bed, its form obscured and menacing. Initially, Emma dismissed the experience as a fluke, a product of stress and fatigue. After all, college life was demanding, filled with looming deadlines and social commitments. She brushed it off, attributing the eerie vision to nothing more than an overactive mind. But denial couldn't hold the terror at bay for long. Each night, the figure returned with cold consistency, its presence growing more pronounced and terrifying. As the episodes increased in frequency, Emma's fright turned into anxiety. No longer was the figure confined to the realm of sleep paralysis. It began invading her waking dreams, appearing in moments when she least expected it. The haunting was no longer just in her mind's unaided nighttime wanderings, but crossed the threshold into her reality. These nocturnal disturbances soon seeped into Emma's daily life. Distracted and exhausted, she struggled to maintain her grades and friendships. The fear of encountering the faceless figure kept her on edge. It wasn't long before the figure began to intrude upon her conscious moments. In the corner of her eye or the edge of a reflective surface, the faceless entity hovered ominously, leaving Emma petrified and questioning her own sanity. The seamless transition between dreams and reality added to Emma's growing paranoia. Disoriented, she found herself trapped in cycles of sleep paralysis, with no delineation between the dream world and the waking one. Her life resembled a continuous nightmare from which escape seemed impossible. The psychological toll on Emma was immense. She became plagued by paranoia and helplessness, gripped by an omnipresent fear of when the figure would next appear. This barrage on her mental health made ordinary life seem overwhelming, corrosively eating away at her well-being. To convey Emma's internal world of dread, our visuals employ dark, muted colors and shadowy imagery. Each encounter with the faceless figure is cloaked in atmospheric suspense, mirroring the obscurity and ambiguity that enveloped Emma's mind. The more Emma resisted the terror, the stronger it became, burrowing deep into her subconscious. Her relationships, her studies, her peace, they all became collateral damage in a struggle with an enemy only she could see, forcing her into solitude as madness seemed to beckon relentlessly. With sleep elusive and fear ruling her life, Emma sought answers. Her research took her through studies on sleep disorders and psychological horror, uncovering similar instances of sleep paralysis involving ominous entities. Her findings were both comforting and terrifying. She was not alone, but the phenomenon was far more widespread than she'd imagined. Emma realized she couldn't manage this alone and reluctantly sought professional help. The prospect of sharing her story was daunting, fearing judgment or disbelief. But she knew it was a necessary step. Therapy sessions became a haven, offering both understanding and tangible strategies to combat her invisible tormentor. Therapists helped Emma explore the origin of her fears and guided her through techniques to manage her anxiety. Introspection revealed the faceless figure as a manifestation of her deepest fears and stresses, turning an incomprehensible terror into something she could begin to understand. Emma's journey was not solitary in its visible struggle. Her family and friends watched, worried, and confused as she grappled with her experiences. Their reactions ranged from disbelief to concern, mirroring the complex dynamics of mental health challenges and the stigma still attached to them. Through meditative practices and relaxation exercises, Emma discovered ways to alleviate her symptoms. These moments of tranquility became bastions of relief, offering her a reprieve from the relentless grip of her fears and teaching her how to regain a sense of control. A breakthrough came when Emma embraced rather than avoided her fear. Acknowledging its presence diminished its power, leading to the first tangible improvements in her condition. With newfound insight and methods for coping, she prepared for what would hopefully be her last encounter with the haunting figure. In a climactic moment of self-confrontation, Emma faced the faceless figure once more, but this time, armed with knowledge and resolve, she challenged its dominion. The figure stood as it always had, but its power over her waned. Emma's resilience had transformed what was once an inescapable nightmare into a surmountable challenge. While Emma's story includes victory over her fears, it also acknowledges her ongoing journey. Her experiences have carved resilience into her character, filling her with a tenacity that assures she can navigate future trials with strength. Emma's haunting experience opens a window to broader discussions on mental health and sleep disorders. Her story serves as a stark reminder of the challenges hidden within the unseen boundaries of the human mind, emphasizing the importance of empathy and comprehension. Our portrayal of Emma's story utilizes cinematographic elements that evoke the eerie and surreal atmosphere of her experiences. Disorienting transitions and unsettling imagery underscore the psychological horror of her ordeal, aiming to create an immersive viewer experience that echoes Emma's own. Despite its chilling narrative, the story remains grounded in real-life phenomena. By intertwining psychological insights with Emma's haunting, we illustrate the very real experiences of those who suffer from sleep-related disorders. Through this vivid storytelling, we invite viewers to step into Emma's world. Her story is designed to garner empathy and provoke thought, encouraging viewers to reflect on their own perceptions of fear and reality. As the narrative closes, we find Emma continuing to navigate her complex world with courage and hope. Her story reassures others facing similar challenges that they too can find strength and resolution in the face of adversity. If you or someone you know is experiencing symptoms of sleep disorders, we urge you to seek professional assistance. Emma's journey highlights the importance of early intervention and mental health awareness, underscoring that help and hope are always within reach. To foster understanding, we include an overview of sleep paralysis and potential treatments. The video also highlights the importance of awareness and early intervention, aiming to dispel misconceptions surrounding sleep disorders and mental health. We encourage audiences to ponder the deeper themes of Emma's story: fear, resilience, and the intricate connections between the mind and personal reality. Her haunting experiences prompt us to consider what we fear and how we confront the unknown. We encourage audiences to ponder the deeper themes of Emma's story: fear, resilience, and the intricate connections between the mind and personal reality. We invite viewers to share their own experiences and insights, fostering a community of support and understanding. Emma's story is not just her own. It carries the echoes of countless others who walk a similar path. We extend our gratitude to the collaborators and experts whose insights helped shape this narrative. Acknowledging personal stories shared inspires hope in those who find resonance in Emma's experiences. In closing, Trapped Between Dreams is more than just a story of fear. It's a testament to the human spirit's capacity to confront and overcome even the most intangible of adversities.